America is just not a country. It's a group of individuals. And if you're a rich individual, you just buy the laws that protect yourself and give you advantage and legalize forms of bribery, fraud, theft, insider trading. The list goes on and on. Everyone knows it. There's one set of rules for the rich and another set of rules for the poor. You can't possibly believe that civil unrest is only because of George Floyd. These things happen because there are lots of individuals with lots of different motivations. Some people are like, ooh, Antifa's causing the trouble. Well, yes, there are probably a few Antifa causing some trouble. But there are also definitely 100%, there are some white supremacists causing trouble. There are some boogaloos or whatever they call themselves causing the trouble. There are some undercover cops causing the trouble. There are random individuals for reasons we don't know causing trouble. Because these things don't happen just out of the blue. They happen as a result of decades of the rich looting America and destroying America. It's not a country. It's not a country by any stretch of the imagination. If you can bribe politicians to change laws to legalize forms of theft, fraud, etc., it's not a country. It's not a country. You're a failed experiment. Your libertarian experiment is a failure. Congratulations, America. You failed. You lifted up individual freedom to such a ridiculous fantasy, a fantasy in your mind that you completely forgot about the idea of America being a country, a group of individuals that share some sort of a common purpose. That's gone. You haven't had a common purpose for 40 years. 40 years. The rich have said, no, I don't want to obey the laws. No, I don't want to pay taxes. No, I don't want to help my community. Yes, I will pack it up and leave and go hire poor people in other countries to make my products, and then I'm going to sell them back to Americans. And on top of that, I'm going to make them borrow my money at high interest rates to buy my products. I'm going to create this society that essentially just steals from the poor and gives to the rich, and everybody knows it. You think civil unrest is just from one cause? No, of course there's a ton of things that make these things happen, and they are not easy to explain because, of course, there's millions of people with millions of different motivations. Now, I'm actually somewhat surprised that given all the technology we have and everyone with a cell phone, there are fewer incidents of extreme violence on the internet so far. But I don't know if it's going to get worse, and you don't know either. And do you think you know the solution? Yeah, we'll just put down the mob, as some people want to call it, the mob. Do you think that's going to work? Or is that just going to give other people motivations to do worse things? Or is it just going to kick the can down the road? If you want civil unrest to stop, then you have to change the system. You have to realize that people who work for a living need a living wage, or else resentment builds up over time. Anger builds up over time. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Yeah, that's a failed concept. But what do I know? I'm just some guy on the internet. And my opinion changes things very little, and so does yours. And so does leadership's opinions change things very little. But actions speak louder than words. And that's what some of those people are doing. And that's what the leadership and people in power need to do. They need to do actions to change the conditions for these kinds of things. So if you're a rich person out there, Might be time to call up your senator or your representative and say, you know what? I'm doing okay. Please tax the rich a little bit more. Please change the system a little bit, because there are obviously millions of people out there who have a lot of reasons, a variety of reasons, millions of individual reasons for civil unrest to occur. And, smart people have been predicting this for a long time, that it's a combination of factors that lead to things like this happening. It's not just, 40 years worth of taking away from the poor. It's also what that leads to. It leads to a two-tiered justice system. And then COVID-19 comes along. How convenient, how awful. And then, of course, this summer, some places are going to have wildfires, and some places are going to have hurricanes. And, you've got the worst leadership in the world. The combination of factors. We've all predicted that for a long time, and I hate being right. I hate being right. I was right. I said it a long time ago. A combination of factors is going to destroy America. And they're going to just waltz right into it, because the rich just simply don't seem to know or don't seem to care, because they never talk to the poor. If CNN wants to take it to heart and be a real news organization, they would have 24/7 for like 3 months straight of just talking to average people and just talk to them about their lives and their experiences and their struggles. Forget your stupid pundits, forget your stupid experts, forget all of them. Just talk to normal people 24/7 for like months, literally months, years even, because the culture has gotten so bad that you've got a tiny group of people that they don't even know you exist, because they're not Americans. They are individuals looking for individual advantage in this system called America, and you cannot call America a country. It is a system. It is a failed libertarian state. But once again, I'm just some guy on the internet. What do I know? Thanks for watching.